Let's talk about 295-8-57, the shaft cap. Once again, there's a center line with all these diameters in it. So this is a round thing. So we see that all these object lines are solid. So we know that those are solid, but there's hidden lines right here that shows us there's some kind of hole going through. And then what's happening here, right? There's some kind of cavity inside of this thing. But notice that all the way these numbers are, and it does have this says metric here, but these numbers are so huge that it has to be a metric part. All right, so let's get over here into our into Onshape here, and we're going to come to the drop down here, click our workplace units, and we're going to change this from inches to millimeters, and we'll change it to 0 there because there's no decimal places. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click right here. I'm going to click a new sketch, and when we look at this thing again, we're going to look and say, if this corner comes down here, it's going to come down to that hole. If this is going to be on our origin, right, as we could do the middle of origin there, this will come down to here, come over to that, come all the way into the hole, comes into that cavity, goes up here around like that, comes down here, and then goes out there like this, then up, out to the other side, up, over, back down, around here like that. So there's kind of an H shape that we're going to draw. I do think this time I'm going to try to put these fillets inside, just because it's easier to do that this way. All right, so let's give it a try. We're on this sketch. We're going to create a new sketch there and view normal too. And we can go ahead and start by putting our plane right here in the middle of this there, and I'll click on that and change it to construction line. But now that that's done, I'll change that to a construction line, and I'm going to click off of it. Okay, so now I'm going to start by doing my other drawing here. I'll come down here and draw this inward like this. I'm going to draw this H shape kind of thing right here, and then this doesn't come in as far as the other, right there like that. We'll call that quits for right, or call that good for right now. So now let's make sure we got horizontals here, horizontal, 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 horizontal. Do vertical, 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 vertical. I think they're already done. I'm just double checking. All right, so then I'm going to probably do something along the lines of, I want to do, let's see. Well, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and do a vertical constraint between like this point here and this one right there. I want to do vertical constraints. There we go. So that kind of changes some things there, but that's okay. I'm just going to move this up a little bit, move this up a little bit, move this up a little bit. That lets me know something right there that I want to do a horizontal constraint between those 2 points right there, because they're going to be the same out there. Now, okay, so now I've got some things here I can start putting dimensions on, remembering that I'm going to use radiuses, which means if I was given a diameter, which I am, this is 164 right here, I'm going to do 164 divided by 2. So that tells me what that one is. This one right here was 140 from here to here. That's 140 divided by 2. All right, so that's that one. Then this one on the inside here was 120. So, oops, to there. 120 divided by 2. This one on the inside here was 28. So it'll be 28 divided by 2. All right, so we got those numbers there kind of worked out. Now we worry about thicknesses. The outside, or let's see, that number, when we look at this, there's some things here. This 16 and 32 pertain to the inside thing here, and this tells us what the outside is. So we're going to worry about this one here and say that this one, this dimension on this line is 12. This one on the inside here was, from the outside to the outside over here was 64. All right, so mine messed up. I'm just going to grab that, move that over here. I'm going to move this one inside of that one a little bit more. Now I'm deliberately trying to avoid lining them up because I know they don't. All right, so now I'll put a dimension on from here to here, and that's supposed to be 16, and then a dimension from across this line right here, and that's 32. All right, so let's see. I'm going to do an equals constraint. I guess I missed that one. I want to do an equals constraint here to here to get that part right. So now everything kind of works out, fully constrained. And now, before I do anything else, I do want to go in here, and I want to add a fillet. I want to add a fillet in here that goes from here to here, and that is supposed to be, it's set to 5, it's supposed to be 4. That's going to be 4 millimeters there. This one from here to here, also 4 millimeters. So all right, so one of the things you should notice is that that changed some things there, right? Did it change it? No, it didn't. So we're still good. Still, that 32 is right. So that's still right. 32 and 16 between those two. So it's all good. All right. So now when I revolve that this time, when I'm finished my sketch and I go here and revolve, that is literally going to be the finish of that part. Is the whole thing's done. So that's what it's going to look like. You can't see what's going on inside of it, which is why you have to have a section view when you make the drawing. So I'm going to go ahead and look at this and say, all right, so this is my left side view, because right would be looking the other way. And when I go to create the drawing, I'll create a new sketch. Oh, no, not a new sketch. Was not thinking. When I go to right click and create a new drawing, what am I thinking here? Right click and am I in a sketch? What's going on? Yeah, there it is. Create a drawing. I must have just been missing it. I'll go ahead and click my that ANSI. It's not inch, it's metric. So I'm going to click the MMBBT. So if you didn't select that yet, select Onshape and go to MM and then click OK. So once this comes up, we're going to make sure that we pick the left as the view we want to do as our front. Actually, it'll be our front, become our front view. So I'll pick left there, and I'll right click on it. I'm just going to right click and be done, or hit escape and be done. I'll right click and then I'm going to show my hidden lines, because there's some weird stuff going on and I want to see that's what is going on in this view. So when I click my section view, I'll put my section view in right here. It's going to drop that in place and put my sections in that way. It's showing things in there like the tangents. I don't like when they show the tangents. The tangents confuse things. Wonder if it's doing it on this one too, so I'll hide the tangents on that one, and we should be good there. So it's simplified it. We get rid of the tangent hidden lines. I don't want to show hidden lines on this one either, so I'm going to hide my hidden lines in this view. So now we're talking about this being between here. So that's where our center line is, and I'm just going to click one of those, drag this out here so we know that that hole goes right through the center of it all. All right. So let's move this down a little bit so we can use it. We're going to put dimensions on very similarly to what they did there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and put dimensions on for this. Right here, I'll put the dimension on the outs for the hole going through the center here, like this, and I'll put one that goes through here like this on the outside. So we know what those two are. You should not dimension hidden lines right there, so we're going to do something a little different here. So I'm going to put dimensions on that tell us on this view how long that line is right there. So that's 12 millimeters, and then how far across it is from here to here. Oh no, that's not what we wanted to know. We wanted to know that 12 and from here across from one face to the other. That's how wide it is from here over to here, and that's 64. So that tells us that. Now this is a little different, and I would have done it this way anyway, because this is the interior stuff. As I would have gone down here to the bottom and put that one in. And then I'll do one that goes across this right here. It tells us what that is there. Now what we don't want to do is you don't ever want to have that happen, so I'm going to move this so it's either centered on here or move it outside of the part there. So that works out that way. Alright, so we got the 28 right here, and we're going to change this so it says through with my cap lock on, through. And we got the outside diameter, so we're going to worry about these other diameters. So I got my 28, I've got my 164. I need a 140 somewhere in here, and and the 120 right there. So I'll put a dimension on, and I'll go from here to here, and see it automatically is doing that for me. So I got a 140 right there, and I got a dimension that goes from here to here, and that's probably because we put the center line in there to identify that. So let's see, the only thing we have left at this point is to dimension the radius right here. We can pick any one of these radii, and pop that in there like this, and so we'll just put that there, and so we know what that is. And at that point, we are done the part itself. You could do like we did before and do a projected view of this up here. If you want to do that, you can. You can do it of this view too. It doesn't much matter; they're identical, just reversed one way or the other. And right, I'm gonna click on it there and show. And that shaded view was really cool on the last one. I don't know if it's gonna tell you anything on this one, but we'll put the part name in there, and that part name is a shaft cap. And oops, I got my cap lock all messed up, so I'll just leave the cap lock on. Shaft cap. Ooh, I turned it off, so now I'm gonna have to do it anyway. So turn my cap lock back on. Shaft cap there, and then we'll put the part number on. We'll delete that and put in 295-8-57. That's our part number, and we are good. So double click your mouse wheel, and that's what you're going to submit. Click submit up there. All right,